It's time. It's been quite a while since we checked in on, honestly, a tiny percent of the feedback we get in the show. So thank you for that. So many of you, even when you disagree, you're so thoughtful and respectful in dialogue. And that is not something that's common anymore on the internet. So I appreciate that greatly. But there are some people who choose to write into the show or send a DM or leave a comment, and they're unhappy and not very sweet about it. Now, before showing you some of these, I did a video titled something like Trump supporter made an attack video on me. And it was this guy who made a video about how I was limp-wristed and such a different words that I want to use. And terrible. This is the summarization. And that all my followers were fake. And I'm not going to spoil it, but after we go through a few of these examples of what the angry Trump supporter messages that we get, communications that we get, what those look like, but not just the overt threats. That's not fun to look at, but just sort of the silly ones. Then I'll give you an update on something that happened after that guy published that video. That is very interesting. But first I guess this is probably a DM. As I always say, I don't pre-read these. Jaden puts them all in a presentation, and then I look at them with you all first. Soy Boy, he said, I love this, on April 14th, okay? I love the timestamps. Soy Boy, which sort of means, I don't know, probably weak, sort of beta male type of deal. So on April 14th, then on September 22nd, after getting no response, obviously, he said, still a pathetic soy boy, hit the gym, be a man, quit being a disgrace. Which I have to say, I understand if you are crazy enough to think that I'm wrong. No, if you're of a completely different political viewpoint and you're buying into all the Trump Kool-Aid BS, then I would seem like a political disgrace to you because I reject that, right? My values would seem like a disgraceful set of values. I get how that can happen if you have the Trump values. What's interesting, though, is ending a message about me not being muscular enough or manly enough with your disgrace. So am I a disgrace because I'm not manly enough? Anyone out there who doesn't hit the gym enough? Which, by the way, I hit the gym consistently, okay? I don't have to give you specifics, but I do. But it's a very strange argument. Then we have this. Progressive or effing liberal? Which one is it? Both, I think. Someone else said weirdo. Thank you. Then, here we go again with the spacing. I'm just picturing someone sending the message, moving on with their life. And then months go by and they go, I gotta send another DM to that person. Moron, LMAO. How brain dead are you, bro? Dead ass, LMAO. How much? Wait, what? Jaden, say something in the mic, Jaden. He's laughing over there.
How much? Like he's insisting on a quantified amount.
Right. I think the funny thing is how much doesn't really apply to brain dead. How much brain dead am I?
He's also like backing himself up like dead ass element.
Nailed it. True. Then someone said on our podcast, a title that was America's Collective Amnesia. Your podcast sucks. I will say, some of you don't know that we do have a podcast. If you want to listen to the podcast, you can do that on Spotify. You can listen, and then if you just click on it, there's actually a video there too, so you can see the full show in video form. Oh, goodness. And then someone commented this, and it was marked as potentially inappropriate. Here we go. This kid is an idiot if he thinks Trump doesn't make sense. Harris has not said one word that's made any sense. He's using the wrong sense at all. Why would you say that? I don't want to do it, but I'm just going to point that out. Take your own conclusions at all. She's so hard to understand because she's talking just to hear herself talk, and no one with a mind and ears can make heads or tails of her word salad crap, and her lies are too wrong, too many to keep up with. She's not qualified to be running for this job or any job. She lies every time she opens her mouth, and when she's not flat out lying like a rogue, she's wrong lying if he's trying to use it in that way. She's talking about nothing to real questions asked to her, and then she starts that word salad shit. She's a joke, and she's are the Dems. Trump, the only person with a plan and who has done the job better than Biden can. No, I added that. Than Biden and Harris has done it less. Trump loves Americans and this country, and anyone who votes for Harris deserves what's next for them, and the rest of Trump people will have to suffer from the results, and I will stop paying taxes from that day until there's someone in that office who won't throw my money away to other countries and wrong countries and immigrants and DEI didn't earn it, people. That's my right as an American to support the party that earns it, but that's not going to happen because Trump's got this one, hands down. Trump 2024, the Lucas fake news chew, a joke. How did he use two correctly there but not earlier? What the heck? Okay, apparently, I'm saying he, I guess I don't know the gender. This person knows how to use that properly. Wow. Not a single period. Oh, no, wait, I think I found one. Two. Okay, 2 periods. That's the craziest run-on sentence. I might come back to that and read it super quickly because I find that really funny with run-on sentences, but a lot of mistakes there, and it's interesting to attack Harris for being not smart when she's, that would be mean. She could write an angry comment better, I'll say. Okay, I'll leave it there. Someone said, "You sound dumb AF." Or ASF, as F. I'd like to see you argue with a politician, cry emoji, which is interesting, because I could never do that. I mean, I am too stupid, too idiotic to argue with a politician. One of the attacks against Trump is commonly he wouldn't uphold the Constitution. What's your response to that?
My response to that is that's a lot of projection from the people who are making the accusations.
Does it
the
bother you that
reality
he
is
called for the termination of the Constitution?
He did not call for the termination
A
of the
massive
Constitution.
fraud of this type actually allows the termination of all rules, regulations, articles, even though it's found in the Constitution?
Cite for me one time where Donald Trump called for the termination of the Constitution.
I'm reading it to you right now.
He's never called for the termination of the Constitution.
A massive fraud of this type
But here's what I believe. I'm going to answer this question before I go to the next interview.
You've seen it before, but I would never argue with a politician. Oh, that's not one I argue with. There's Elise Stefanik. There's Byron Donalds. Of course, Lindsey Graham. Give me your thoughts about the debate. Oh, and there's no camera.
Watch at times. I've known President Biden.
Anyways, point is, you've seen all these clips before. Lindsey Graham looks so sad there. But I guess, according to this commenter, I could never. Then I think that's it with that. Let's go. I'll play for you a reminder of the video and my reaction to it initially back. I think I might have been wearing the same jacket on this day. Oh no. I have other jackets if you're thinking, why is he wearing the same jackets months apart? And watch that, and then I'll give you the update on what happened to the guy who made that video. Take a look.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Here I present to you Luke Beasley, the kid with the weakest, frailest, limp arm. His arm hangs sideways, just bending straight down to the ground. His wrist can't lock, it just hangs, this limp-wristed little cuck.
So the guy who made that brilliant artistic masterpiece, and we just gave you a few examples because we did a whole video on that, deleted the video. So I think we can't check because I didn't know this was going on. So while it was still up, I didn't check at all. Obviously, we did that video. I never thought of it again. But when we went to find it to maybe put in this or see if he'd made a follow-up video. The video had been deleted. And my theory is that members of the Beasley Brigade, as we're testing out the term for you all, went and commented on his video. Hopefully not aggressively. I didn't ask you to, but I'm sure many of you searched up and maybe commented that indeed there are real members of the audience. And he deleted the video. Isn't that so interesting? Stand by your words, sir. Like this brave commenter did. Let me read it one more time and see if I can only breathe when there's a period. This kid's an idiot if he thinks Trump doesn't make sense. Harris has not said one word that's made any sense at all. She's so hard to understand because she's talking just to hear herself talk, and no one with a mind and ears can make heads or tails of her word salad crap, and her lies are too many to keep up with. She's not qualified to be running for this office or any other job. She lies every time she opens her mouth, and when she's not flat out lying like a rug, she's talking about nothing. I can't do it. The real questions asked to her, and then she starts the word salad shit. She's a joke, and so are the Dems. Trump. I don't know why that's so funny. Why do you say it 3 times? Trump, 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 the only person with a plan and who has done the job better than Biden and Harris has done it less. Trump loves Americans, and it's got. You heard it already. You get the point. There it is. Thank you all so much for being as kind as you are. If you don't like me, you disagree with me, let me have it. Just do so with some periods. No, do so respectfully if you can, and thoughtfully. I want to hear actual rich engagement with what I'm saying. Meaningful engagement with the content and not just whatever you call that. And I will say, as a last little thing on this comment, you can throw it one more time. They start with, this kid is an idiot if he thinks Trump doesn't make sense. I'll put it this way. If this makes sense to you, then maybe Trump makes sense to you. Like, that might be a similar category of how to use the English language. Like, often I'll say that Trump will use English words, but it doesn't seem to string together in a coherent thought, right? Maybe the language that we're all speaking, it's a different one than the version of it that Trump uses. And to someone who delivers this message, that's also the type of way they use it, with the all caps and the crazy grammar. And maybe that's why they think Trump makes sense and Harris doesn't. So that's that. And let me know what you thought in the comments. Even if you're upset, feel free to comment and get the bonus show if you want to support the show by clicking the join button below.